Good afternoon and happy Memorial Day, sports fans, wrestling fans, and welcome to the first ever live broadcast of professional wrestling action from the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network. My name is Dave Little, and we are coming to you live from the Dave Cave with three exciting matches from Heartland Championship Wrestling. HCW is a tabletop wrestling federation brought to you by the Filsinger Games Legends of Wrestling card game. To find out more, head over to filsingergames.com using the link in the description to this video. And on this Memorial Day weekend, we are featuring the pay-per-view broadcast of Heartland Havoc 92, Running on Empty. Coming to you from Las Vegas, Nevada. Nothing else wrestling-wise going on in Las Vegas for Memorial Day weekend, so we may as well have the superstars of the Heartland in action. Already on tonight's card, we've seen three exciting matches. We kick things off with a ladies' tag team gauntlet match, which was ultimately won by the Killer Death Machines, the team of Jessica Havoc and Nevaeh, two tremendous competitors from the Buckeye State of Ohio, winning the gauntlet match and earning a earning a shot at the Heartland Ladies Tag Team Championship, currently held by the team of Nicole Savoy and Shayna Baszler. That will be a slobber knocker when those two teams hook up with the titles on the line. We also saw a nasty grudge match between Michael P.S. Hayes and his arch rival Jimmy the Superfly Snuka. And it was Hayes, with the help of a baseball bat, who crashed open the rib cage of Jimmy Snuka to win that match, and Snuka had to be helped from the arena by the Heartland training staff. So a bad night for the Superfly here tonight. And we just finished off a tremendous title match for the Ring of Honor Heavyweight Championship, as the champion Moose scored a very, very tough successful title defense over Silas Young in a match that went for nearly 30 minutes of in-ring action. And now we will bring you three of the final matches from today's pay-per-view. And since this is the first ever pay-per-view broadcast, the first ever wrestling broadcast of the Filsinger Games Network, I am going to do a little bit of tutorial along the way and teach some of the game mechanics as we get into today's matches. The first televised match today will be for the Queen of the Indies Championship. This is the equivalent of the World Championship of ladies wrestling in the King of the Indies Federation. And we will start with our champion, Saraya Knight, a very, very tough competitor, known to some as the mother of WWE superstar Paige, but a devastating competitor in her own right. She will be defending her title against a very, very tough competitor in Allysin K, 5'10", 150 pounds, out of Detroit, Michigan. Allysin fought her way up the ranks to earn a title shot for the Queen of the Indies Championship. Now, about the desktop layout. I have the cards here and the dice in the center. Each of the cards, I'll put this closer to the camera so you can get a look at what a card looks like. The left-hand column indicates the offense moves of the wrestler, and the offensive moves can be categorized by level 1, level 2, level 3. As you get more of an advantage over your opponent, you get to use the higher level offensive moves. The right-hand side of the card refers to the defense. So the flow of the match will go back and forth from one wrestler's offense to the opposing wrestler's defense. And if the offensive wrestler misses a move or the defensive wrestler executes a reversal, then she can take over control of the match and will shift to the other wrestler's offensive card. And you'll hear me call out designations as we go along. At the bottom of the card are ratings for each wrestler in terms of ropes, turnbuckle, ring, and death jump abilities. along with the disqualification number, and ratings on the agility and the power. The ropes, turnbuckle ring, and death jump ratings refer to various charts that we will look in on throughout the course of the match. The agility and power will be compared to each other for the course of the match, with the lower numbers or the bigger negative numbers being better ratings. So in this case, Saraya Knight has an agility of 0. Allysin Kay has an agility of +1. So Saraya is the more agile of the two wrestlers. On the other hand, Allysin Kay has a power of -2, and Saraya has a power of -1. So Allysin is the stronger of the two wrestlers. So whenever those two attributes come into play, Saraya has the advantage in agility. Allysin has the advantage in power. The other thing I'll point out here is the pin ratings. Each wrestler has a pin rating, and in this case, both Saraya and Allysin have pin ratings of 2 in the advanced version of the game, meaning that on a roll of 2 or lower, the wrestler will be pinned. Now, those pin ratings will be modified throughout the match by 2 other factors. One is the fatigue rating. Each time a wrestler takes a big move or faces a count out or has to kick out of a pinfall, that adds to their fatigue rating, as indicated by these big 10-sided die. So they started at a pin rating of at a fatigue rating of 0, and with each extra fatigue point, that adds 1 to the pin rating. So if Allysin gets 1 point of fatigue, her pin rating goes up to from 2 to 3, then to 4, and so on. So with each successive pin roll, odds of a pin get more likely. The other thing that modifies the pin attempt is the power of the finishing hold. So for example, in singles matches, Allysin Kay uses a finisher called the cutthroat, which is a +1 finisher. So that will add another 1 to the likelihood of the pinfall for the opponent. Okay, I think that's all the ground rules we need to cover. Let's get it started with our opening contest between Saraya Knight, the champion, and the challenger Allysin Kay, with the Queen of the Indies Championship on the line. I'll use 2 6-sided die. Typically I'll use the light-colored die to indicate the light-colored wrestler, the wrestler on the left, and the darker die for the wrestler on the right when I'm using comparison rolls. For the standard ring rolls, I simply use the white die as offense and the dark die as defense. So let's get it started with the initiative roll. And the initiative roll favors Allysin Kay, so she will get the first move of the match. And on a roll of 6, she's going to throw Saraya Knight into the ropes. Saraya Knight is a B-rated ropes competitor, and on a roll of 7, Saraya comes off the ropes, and Allysin Kay nails her with a running back elbow. That puts Allysin at level 2 offense. Samoan drop 3, hurt 2. Samoan drop 3, hurts 2. A couple of big Samoan drops by Allysin Kay. Allysin executes another Samoan drop, hurt 2. A series of Samoan drops executed by Allysin Kay. Now she's going to whip Saraya into the turnbuckle. Saraya is a turnbuckle A. And on a roll of 7, that's a reversal. Saraya grabs Allysin by the arm and whips her into the turnbuckle. Allysin is also a turnbuckle A. And on a roll of 7, that's another reversal. Saraya into the buckle. A7. It's going to be Allysin into the opposite turnbuckle. And on a roll of 8, Allysin is smashed by a big kick from Saraya, and Saraya takes over on level 2 offense. And she's going to whip Allysin into the turnbuckle once again on an offensive roll of 4. Turnbuckle A7 is the reversal. Saraya into the turnbuckle. A5. Saraya bounces off the turnbuckle and nails Allysin with a running lariat. Allysin goes down hard and rolls on level 3 defense. And that is a roll of 4, which is hurt 2. Saraya on level 2 offense. Delivers a series of pounding forearms. Hurt 2. Saraya goes with a side suplex. Hurt 2. Saraya with punches to the midsection. And Allysin hits a level 2 reversal and takes over. Allysin on level 2, reversing those punches. Comes back with a series of stiff chops to the chest. Hurt 2. These two ladies are slugging it out. Allysin is going to go for the half Boston Crab, but to do that she needs a successful chart roll on the choice F chart. So that would be for a 3, a roll of 7 plus the power. The power is -1, so on a roll of 6 or lower, Allysin can connect on a level 3 move. The roll is 8, so Saraya reverses that move and comes back on level 2 offense. Saraya whips Allysin to the turnbuckle once again. Turnbuckle A7 is the reversal. Lots of reversals on these turnbuckle whips. And Saraya whipped into the turnbuckle. A4, Saraya charges out of the corner and drills Allysin with a spear. And Allysin is knocked out of the ring and down to the arena floor. We're going to the arena floor for the first time in this match. Allysin K is rated as a ring A outside the ring. And on a roll of 6, Allysin grabs Saraya and smashes her into the announcer's table. Allysin in control as they head back into the ring. Allysin on level 3 offense hits the camel clutch. Hurt 2. And it's another whip to the turnbuckle. These ladies are using the turnbuckle big time. And on a roll of A5, it's going to be Saraya who takes control as Allysin charges into the turnbuckle. Saraya ducks away, and Allysin hits the turnbuckle hard. Level 3 defense for Allysin, and that is a hurt 2. And Saraya hits her with a DDT. Hurt 2. Saraya in control on level 2 offense. Midsection punches once again, and Allysin gets the level 1 reversal. Allysin comes back with a kick to the head, but that is an agility move. And as we've heard, Saraya has the better agility, so she ducks that kick to the head, comes back on offense, and nails a side suplex. And on a defensive roll of 5, that will be a pin attempt. Allysin will be pinned on Snake Eyes, but on a roll of 5, Allysin kicks out. That costs her the first point of fatigue for the match. Saraya in control now on level 3 offense, goes to the Nightmare submission hold. That is a level 0 finisher, and with 1 point of fatigue, Allysin will be forced to tap out on a roll of 3 or lower, and she powers out of that one. Allison's not ready to submit this title opportunity quite yet, but Saraya is firmly in control on level 3 offense, and she goes with another submission hold, the bridled rocking horse. Another submission hold by Saraya Knight. Allysin will tap out on a roll of 4 or lower, and with a roll of 11, she powers through that one. Saraya is twisting Allysin K up in knots in this match, but Allysin is staying strong and not ready to give it up quite yet. Saraya attempts the corner dropkick. That is a choice G, so she will need a death jump roll to complete this move. Allysin K's death jump rating is C, which is the worst possible rating, and on a roll of 8, the move connects, and Saraya stays on level 3 offense. Saraya Knight in control, showing her dominance as the queen of the indies. She's going to go to that dropkick move once again in the corner, and again she connects for a level 3 offense. And now Saraya is going to pitch Allysin out of the ring, and once again it is an out-of-the-ring Donnybrook. Both these ladies are very tough brawlers on the outside of the ring. And on a roll of A10, we're going to go to the out-of-the-ring chart. The opponent comes out of the ring. Saraya comes out of the ring, and she slams Allysin with a steel chair. This may result in a disqualification. So we look to Allison's Saraya's disqualification number. It is a 6. So on a roll of 6 or lower, Saraya can potentially be disqualified. And the roll is 9, so the referee is going to let that go. He's going to let him fight. And Saraya takes things back to the ring, still in control on level 3 offense. And she's going to go back to the bridled rocking horse. The fatigue rating is 3, so on a 5 or lower, Allysin will be forced to give it up. But no, Allysin rolls a 10, and the match continues. Allysin is beaten fairly severely, but she is game to fight on. As Saraya delivers a running Samoan drop, hurt 2. Eye rake, Allysin K2. Allysin reverses that eye rake. She is beaten down, but she is furious as she comes back on offense, and she nails Saraya with another Samoan drop, hurt 2. Allysin with another Samoan drop, and we've got our first pin attempt on Saraya. Saraya will be pinned on Snake Eyes, but on a roll of 7, she kicks out. And Saraya takes her first point of fatigue in the match. This is a tremendous matchup so far. Both these ladies are going tooth and nail. Allysin in control. And she's going to go for her finisher, the cutthroat. That is a +1 finishing move. So on a roll of 4 or lower, Saraya is pinned. And she rolls a 7 and kicks out of that one, just barely. Count of 2 only. And the match continues with Allysin in control. She's going to go to the horse collar stretch. A deadly submission hold. But that's only going to get her a hurt 2 on the defense. Eye poke. Saraya Knight reverses the eye poke and comes back on level 2. These ladies are gouging each other's eyes, and neither one is happy about that. Saraya with the eye rake. Hurt 2. Saraya with another eye rake. Hurt 2. Saraya with the pounding forearms. Down 3. Down goes Allysin. Saraya in control once again. And she pitches Allysin out of the ring once again. We go to the arena floor. This match is getting wild. And on a roll of A8, Allysin is forced to crawl helplessly back into the ring to beat the 10 count. The helpless crawl, and Saraya is still in control. She's going to go to that corner drop kick once again. And on a roll of 10, let's see what happens. That is going to be, on the death jump chart, a roll of 10 is a potential pinfall. Allysin will now be pinned on a 6. And she got her. She got her. Saraya Knight is your winner after a brutal match with that devastating dropkick into the corner. Allysin had enough as she could take. And Saraya Knight is your winner and your reigning and defending Queen of the Indies after a spectacular match. How about that? So we'll make some notes here. Saraya defeats Allysin with a corner dropkick to retain the Queen of the Indies Championship. And as we take a break and prepare for the next match, hello to the folks in the chat room. Don C. Bad timing again. Please upload the whole video. Yes, this will be uploaded for posterity as we are 18 minutes into the card. And this will show up on my YouTube channel. So if you can't stay for the whole event, you can catch it on the replay on the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network YouTube channel. Hello also to my tag team partner in crime, Sports Time Machine, a.k.a. Utah Mike, a frequent Wrestle Chat contributor on YouTube. And my good friend D. Scott Howard is in the chat room here this morning. So happy Memorial Day to all as we get ready for our next match, which is going to be a doozy. And we're going to introduce some new concepts into this match as we have a tag team match. Our next contest will pit the vaunted tag team of the Road Warriors in tag team competition against the Rock and Roll Express. And before we get started, let's admire some of this beautiful card art brought to you by Filsinger Games, Legends of Wrestling. Check it out at filsingergames.com and follow the link in the video description. And you too can own these beautiful wrestling cards. Warner Muke is the primary artist for Filsinger Games, and he does a great job with this artwork. Now, in tag team competition, we'll see a couple of extra wrinkles. When the team is on offense, they can tag in and out whenever they want to. When a team is on defense, there will be certain roles on their defensive card that are followed by the word tag in parentheses. So when a team gets a defensive tag roll, they have the opportunity to tag if they can roll on a double roll of 2 to 6. So there will be opportunities for defensive tags. There are also additional charts for pin saves. Each team will get 2 pin save attempts per match. And the Road Warriors will be accompanied by their manager, Precious Paul Ellering. So he can distract a pinfall, or he can use the manager interference chart once per match as a substitute for one of the pin save attempts. The Rock and Roll Express do not come to the ring with a manager, so they will be on their own. And the winner of this match, this is a #1 contenders match for the NWA Tag Team Championship. So the winner of this match will get a title match against the current NWA Heavyweight Champions, the Steiner Brothers. So whoever wins this match will have another doozy to follow. So first we will roll to see which wrestler will start the match for each team. It's going to be Hawk starting for the Road Warriors against Ricky Morton for the Rock and Roll Express. Let's get things started. And we have a tie on the opening roll. So what that means is that something random is going to happen in the Filsinger Games universe. To determine the random event, we are going to go to the Face to the Mat Highlight Center booklets. I don't play a lot of Face to the Mat, but I do love their booklets. And so we are going to go to the Face to the Mat Tag Team Random Events chart and see what happens. Always an exciting moment. First we determine which wrestler this will refer to, and this will refer to Ricky Morton. So Ricky Morton goes to the tag team chart, and on a roll of 63, is the wrestler strong? No, Ricky Morton is not a strong guy. And so the result is the opponent's partner jumps in the ring and delivers repeated blows. Wrestler's teammate unable to help. Opponent scores 2 points. So how I interpret that is that Hawk and Animal start off with some double teaming on Morton, and that will give them the opportunity to start the match on level 2 offense. And he will get the Gorilla Press Slam. So the Road Warriors, in characteristic fashion, start off strong, double teaming on Ricky Morton, and Hawk immediately presses Morton overhead and slams him down with the Gorilla Press Slam. Hurt 2. Hawk with another Gorilla Press Slam. Hurt 2. Morton taking some punishment early. Another Gorilla Press Slam. Hurt 2. Hawk is going to go for the jumping fist drop, and that's a power move, and of course Hawk is the more powerful of the two. And that is going to be a hurt 2, but that is going to be a tag roll possibility for Ricky Morton. On a 2-6, he can tag out, and he tags out to the freshman Robert Gibson. Morton took a pummeling early on, but now Gibson is in the ring. He takes over on level 1 offense with a knee lift. That's a hurt 2 for Hawk. Can he tag out? No. Gibson on level 2 delivers a big haymaker. Dazed 1. Drop toe hold. And Hawk with a level 2 reversal. Hawk on level 2 delivers a double clothesline. Add 1. So that is a tag team maneuver that is so devastating that it automatically adds a point of fatigue to Gibson. Because that was a tag mover, Animal now comes into the ring. And on the defensive roll, he is on level 2 offense. Animal with a jumping elbow drop. Hurt 2. Back body drop. Robert Gibson with the level 1 reversal. Gibson in some trouble here. Can he get out? He goes with another knee lift, which is an agility roll. But that's a level 1 reversal for Animal. So Animal stays in control on level 1. He goes for the drop kick. But that's an agility move, so Gibson ducks out of the way of that one. And it will be Gibson taking over on level 2 offense. High-speed maneuvers. Gibson has picked up the pace here for his team as he goes to rapid-fire knee drops. Animal, level 1 reversal. And he goes with a press slam power, level 3, and down goes Gibson to the mat hard. Boy, he took the starch out of Robert Gibson with that mighty press slam, and Animal takes over on level 3 offense. What's he going to do? He pitches Gibson out of the ring. That is not a place where you want to mess with the Road Warriors. Gibson is a rated B out-of-the-ring competitor, and on a roll of 9, that's going to be the helpless crawl back into the ring. Gibson in considerable peril. Animal goes to the camel clutch. That is a choice roll, so he's going to need a power roll to successfully accomplish that. He's going to need a 9 or better, and he gets it, so he hits the camel clutch, and that's going to be a hurt 2. Animal still in control with a blatant choke, hurt 2. Animal with a back body drop, hurt 2. Animal punishing Gibson, another back body drop, hurt 2. Possible tag? Yes, Gibson makes the hot tag, and Ricky Morton is back into the ring. Here comes Ricky Morton. Can he fire things up? He goes with a kick to the leg and a whip to the ropes. Whip to the ropes. Animal is a B, and on a roll of 8, that will be a running back elbow for Gibson, for Morton. Morton on level 2 offense goes with a fist drop. Hurt 2, possible tag. And Animal makes the tag. In comes Hawk. Big Hawk stalking into the match, towering over little Ricky Morton. But this is an exciting tag match so far. Hawk with the neck crank. Dazed 1, possible tag. No tag on that roll. So Hawk comes back with a neck breaker. Choice B. Choice B is either an agility roll or a turnbuckle roll. So he's going to whip Morton into the turnbuckle. And on a roll of B11, Morton bounces forward off the turnbuckle, and Hawk nails him with an incredible neck-breaking clothesline. That puts Hawk on level 3. What's he going to do? They've got him up for a running clothesline. Hurt 2. Drop kick. Hurt 2. Double clothesline, add 1. That's a tag move. And Morton takes a point of fatigue. He can defensive tag if possible, but he's not getting out of that one. He crawls over to Gibson and tags Gibson back into the match. Both the Rock and Rollers have taken a point of fatigue here early from the power of those double clotheslines, but they're keeping it close. Gibson with the body slam cannot get him up, and Animal reverses that into a scoop slam. Hurt 2. Possible tag, no tag. Jumping elbow drop 3. Down 3, possible tag. And he still cannot make the tag. Animal is in control on level 3 offense as Gibson is unable to escape to his partner. And he goes to pitch Gibson out of the ring once again. Out of the ring. Gibson is a ring B, and the roll of 10 could be trouble. B10 outside the ring. The opponent comes out of the ring, so Animal comes out of the ring and slams Robert Gibson with a steel chair. Will we see Animal get disqualified? No, he survives the disqualification roll, and Animal stays in control on level 3 offense after punishing Gibson with a chair shot. And now they've got him set up for the Doomsday Device. That is a +4 finishing hold. That is a devastating hold. Gibson is covered up with a pin rating of 3, 1 point of fatigue, and a +4 finisher. That is a roll of 8 or better for the pin. But before we roll the pin roll, Ricky Morton is going to try and make the pin save. So we go to the pin save chart, and with a roll of 8, your tag partner tries to help, but is stopped by the opponent's tag partner. So Hawk gets over and stops Ricky Morton from making the pin save. The pinfall on Robert Gibson is an 8, and the roll is a 3, and Robert Gibson is pinned. Just like that, ladies and gentlemen, the Road Warriors, devastating tag team, just destroyed the Rock and Roll Express as Animal gets the pinfall on Robert Gibson following the Doomsday Device. What a match we just witnessed. Rock and Rolls gave it their best shot. They had the high-speed offense going for brief intervals in that match, but the power of the Road Warriors was just too much as Animal takes out Robert Gibson with the Doomsday Device. And what a slobber knocker we have in store as the Road Warriors will move on to face the Steiner Brothers for the NWA Tag Team Championship. Oh my goodness, what a tag team extravaganza we just witnessed. As Bud W is now in the chat room saying they walked right through him. It wasn't quite that easy. The Rock and Rolls put up a good fight, but they could not withstand the power of the Doomsday Device. And the Road Warriors are your winners. And after a drink of tea, we bring you to tonight's main event of the evening. Scheduled for one fall with a 60-minute time limit, this match is for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first, the champion. From Sarasota, Florida, weighing in at 248 pounds, he is accompanied by the lovely Miss Elizabeth. He is your reigning and defending NWA World Heavyweight Champion. He is the Macho Man, Randy Savage. And his opponent, from Minneapolis, 6'1", 243 pounds, now residing in Charlotte, North Carolina, accompanied to the ring by J.J. Dillon. He is the challenger, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Fans, this match has been building up for weeks, as Flair has earned his way to the #1 contender spot, and Macho Man is ready to defend his title against the challenger, the Nature Boy. Let's go to the opening initiative roll, and Flair gets the opening initiative roll. What's he going to do? He is going to go to the hip toss, which is a power move. The power is even between these men, but Savage does have the agility advantage. So the hip toss is successful, and the defensive roll is a dazed one. And on a dazed one, Flair just slaps Savage across the face. Savage is not happy about that. Savage takes level 1, and he is going to go for the body slam, choice C. And on the choice C rating, we have an agility roll or a power roll. We're going to go with the power roll. Since Flair has a power of -1, we'll need a 6 or better to complete the body slam. And he does not get it. He cannot get him up, as Flair dodges that roll and comes back on level 2 offense by throwing Savage into the ropes. Ropes A for Savage, but on a roll of 8 on the ropes chart, Savage comes off the ropes and Flair nails him with a running back elbow. Flair in control. On level 2 offense goes with the thunderous chops. Woo! Everybody in the crowd hollering as those thunderous chops hit home. And just for fun, Flair puts a cover on Savage. Savage's pin rating is only a 1, so he's not going to get a pinfall out of that. But he does take a point out of fatigue out of the Macho Man with those thunderous chops. And Flair now has a level 3 offense roll. And on a roll of 6, he is going to go for the figure 4 leg lock. He's locking it in early in the match. And this early in the match, that's going to be a 0-rated finisher. So it's going to take snake eyes for Savage to tap out on this one. And on a roll of 4, Savage makes it to the ropes, but he has been weakened. Now, there's a very interesting mechanic on the Ric Flair card. Every time Flair executes a move that does damage to the knee, that increases the severity of his pin rating up to a maximum of 4. So if Flair spends a whole match wearing down the knee of his opponent, he can get that figure 4 leg lock up to a finishing value of 4. That's the first of those moves. And so the figure 4 will now be a +1 finisher when he executes it again. But for now, Macho Man takes his second fatigue point. Flair remains in control on level 3 offense. And now he's going to go to the out of the ring. Flair pitches Savage out of the ring. Both these men are severe brawlers on the arena floor. Savage rolls the out of the ring chart, and on a roll of A6, Flair comes out of the ring to continue the fight, but Savage grabs him and smashes him onto the announcer's table. We may see a disqualification here. Savage has a DQ rating of 5, but on a roll of 6, he escapes the disqualification, and it will be Savage taking over on level 3 offense. An exciting day here in Vegas as Savage now takes control against against Flair. He's going to go for the flying axe handle, down 3. And he's going to go for the flying elbow smash. Savage goes to the top rope. He nailed Flair with an elbow smash. He's going to go to the top rope. And he is going to try the flying elbow. He will miss this on a roll of 11 or 12. Otherwise, he's got Flair set up for the flying elbow. And the roll is 7. He nails the flying elbow. That's a +3 finishing move. And on a pin roll of 1, Flair will be pinned on 4 or lower. And Flair is pinned. Oh, my goodness. I was not expecting that. James J. Dillon is beside himself at ringside. Flair could not kick out. I thought it was too early in the match for Savage to go for the flying elbow drop, but he nailed it. He makes the cover, and he gets the 3 count. Oh, my goodness. A successful title defense here in Las Vegas for the Macho Man, Randy Savage, as he defeats Ric Flair. It looked like Savage was in trouble for a good bit of that match, but he nailed Flair out of nowhere with a flying axe handle blow, putting him down to the canvas for the flying elbow smash and the 3 count. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner and still Ring of Honor, still NWA World Heavyweight Champion, the Macho Man, Randy Savage. And the music is playing and Macho Man is celebrating in the ring with Miss Elizabeth as Flair rolls out of the ring discouraged, being comforted by J.J. Dillon as Flair and Dillon leave the ring area. And the Macho Man and Miss Elizabeth will celebrate here with this Las Vegas crowd as we close things out of today's broadcast of Heartland Havoc 92, running on empty. Yes, indeed, fans, you heard it right. Number 92. This was the 92nd routine pay-per-view broadcast of the Heartland Championship Wrestling Federation in continuous action since 2006. We've had 92 regular monthly pay-per-view cards, plus 4 times a year we do super cards, along with regular weekly house shows. So we'll be broadcasting on the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network from time to time on the weekends. I don't know if I'll broadcast every weekend or some weekends when I have special events. We'll make this up as we go along. But today I am very pleased that you all have joined us. Bud W, Utah Mike, D. Scott Howard, and everybody who was in the broadcast arena here today. We thank you all for joining us for today's Heartland Championship Wrestling broadcast. This is Epic Dave signing off, saying that's our show, and I am out of here.